Hello everyone, this is Jack Wu, your host for Success Edge. Happy Friday. Today I want to talk about how do you gain loyalty and trust from others. Now I have done so many videos for the last 2 years, and this is probably one of the hardest video I have ever done compared to the various videos I have ever done. And the reason is pretty simple. You know, there's just something that cannot be taught by any books or mentors in the world. And today's topic is one of them. I can assure you it's not just by reading books or any mentors in this world can just simply say a few words to you and you will say, wow, I got it. It's not. So here's the main thing. Most people think that when they want to gain something from others, such as trust, they think it's a script. They think it's an act. It doesn't work like that. In order for you to gain trust and loyalty, especially from others, you have to show your sincerity and you have to show your authenticity. People have to feel your heart. People have to see your heart. Otherwise, eventually you're gonna find out that you're fake anyway. Pointer number one, the first thing you must do is do what you say you are going to do. Otherwise, don't say it. Most people overpromise, but they underdeliver. They talk about a big game, but they never follow up. It's like this little story is called The Boy Cries Wolf, right? And we all heard of that little story when we were little kids. So when the little boy, lying to everybody in the village and said, the wolf is coming, but everybody tried to help that little boy, and when they actually showed up and they realized the boy was lying, no wolf is there. And then the second time, the boy did exactly the same thing, and people starting to not believe in that person anymore. And that's life, that's business. If you say something, whether it's small or big, you have to keep your words. Otherwise, your words is no longer meaningful to anybody else, because the more you say something and you don't deliver, you don't keep your words, it becomes a trend of not keeping your promise. Now, another point I want to make, a lot of people think that they only keep promise on the big things, but they think anything that's very petite and small, they can just let it go. Let me tell you the philosophy of business. Most people, they don't care about you doing 9 things right or 9 big things right. But when you do one small things wrong, or you don't keep your promise on that one small thing, they will forget about the 9 big things you ever done. So remember, keeping your promise is not just big things. It's important to keep your words on big things, but also the smaller things as well. If today you promise your client that you'll be sending them an email to follow up on a case, you better send that email by exactly whatever time you promise your customer. If you tell your leader, someone that works in your company, is that you will show up tomorrow at 2 p.m. to help them on something, you got to show up. Remember, your credits are extremely important. The minute you forget about that, remember, you actually start to not believing in yourself anymore. Do you know how crazy that is? There is one thing about others don't believe in you. There is something worse than others don't believe in you. That is, you don't even believe in yourself anymore, because you say so many lies to yourself, you overpromise so much, and eventually your brain right here doesn't even believe in what comes out from your mouth. So pointer number one, keep your words. Whatever you promise, do it. Big things or small things. Pointer number 2 is that you got to be consistent at it for a long period of time. Now, this is something that most people don't understand. They truly believe that if they do everything right for a short period of time or a period of time, then people will trust them forever. Remember, trust is not a period. It's a comma. It takes many years of actions for people to follow you and to trust you. If today you want to be fit, you want to lose 10 pounds, you want to have a little 6-pack right here, doesn't matter. So what do you have to do? You go to the gym, right? You work extremely hard every single day, work out, run, lift weight for straight 30 days. You cut down all the desserts. You eat very healthy. You eat a lot of veggies. You cut down all the sodas, bam, 30 days later, you achieve your goal. Physically, you got your six-pack, you lost 10 pounds, you look extremely great. Does that mean if you no longer paying attention what got you there by eating right, by exercise regularly, you can have the same body shape for the next 6 months? We all know the answer. The minute you stop paying attention what got you there, everything go back to normal, sometimes even worse. When it comes to trust and loyalty, it's the same thing. You have to do something consistently for a long period of time. So people say, is there an ending to it? No. If you want somebody to trust you and follow you for a long period of time, it's a forever thing. It's something that you must pay attention to it on a daily basis and for many, 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 many years. Then a lot of people say, well, you know, that's not fair, right? I've done a lot of things right for the last 5 years. You're right. You've done a lot of things right. And let's just give you those credits. But your people also have the right to not follow you after those 5 years if you no longer keep your words. Pointer number 3 is to be straightforward and tell the truth every single time. And I think this one is so hard for people to do. So many leaders can't do that because they like to play game. They like to manipulate the situation in their favor. And remember, people can like you at the beginning, but if they feel that you are not telling the truth, even sometimes your intention could be good, eventually they no longer trust you. Guarantee that. They will distance themselves away from you because they will feel that you are hiding something. Let me tell you one thing I do all the time, and it's not necessary, you know, something very popular and something easy for others to do, but I am doing it every single time. It's always working on my favor in the long run, is that I always tell people the truth. I always being very straightforward with my people. Now, I can tell you at the beginning, many people at the beginning, they don't like it. And sometimes they don't even like me. And even some of my guys came up to me and said, you know, Jack, when I first met you, I really didn't like you because you were so blunt, you were so straightforward. But now I start to love you. The reason being is that the more I'm being with you, the more I realize and feel that you are one of the most authentic person in the world, and you always tell the truth. You don't hide anything. You're not a manipulator. So that's the bottom line. Stop trying to be perfect, okay? Because no one is perfect in this world. Be yourself. Stop manipulating the situation in your favor. You know, always put other people first. That's pointer number 3. And pointer number 4 is sincerely put your people first. Use your heart, okay? And your words got to equals action, got to match up with actions. People's gonna watch you, all right? No one is stupid, no one. Everybody is watching everybody. See, if you can gain my trust by doing these things, trust is reciprocal. As much as you expect certain things from me, I'm expecting certain things back from you. It's the same thing, it's reciprocal, right? Trust and loyalty. If your words does not equals to actions, you're gonna lose trust. Guarantee. So, you know, today I gave you the 4 pointers, and these are very important 4 pointers that help me to build so many great leaders in the company. And also I have a lot of loyal people around me, not just in my company, but outside my company. It's because I have been doing these 4 things religiously, continuously with my heart. Now, I hope that my 4 pointers had helped some of you to understand that to gain trust and loyalty is not being scripted. It's not trying to be an actor or actress to put a nice show in front of people for a short period of time. It is not. It takes heart, okay? No one can teach you to have a good heart. Once you got the good heart, plus these 4 pointers, I promise you, gaining trust and loyalty from your people is a matter of time. But it does take a long time, okay? With all that being said, I want to see every single one of you at my next episode of Success Edge.